I just went to brunch with a couple of my homegirls after church, and there were 5 of us. 4 of us were black, 1 was white. And the 4 of us black girls were single, and the white girl is in a happy, healthy, thriving relationship. Her partner is Hispanic, and they have been dating for a few months now, but like the normal progression: met, hit it off, went on a few dates, got in a relationship, long distance right now, meeting parents soon. Like the normal. Okay, no gray, no limbo, no nothing like that. And then me and all my black homegirls are talking about our relationship status, and all of us are all of us are single, for sure. All of us are like actively dating, some more active than others, but nonetheless single. But then we're kind of telling the stories of like the guys that we're talking to or have gone on recent dates with, and like these struggle stories are insane. And for reference, we're all in between 27 and 29, maybe 30. Why is this the commonality with me and all my black girls? Like faithfully. Not just this group of black girls, but like so many. My closest friends, my black girlies that I've met on assignments, out, like all my black girlies that exclusively date black men are on a struggle bus. And a part of me is like, just get off the bus, date other races, start dating any other race. And there is something in my stomach that immediately just gets sick at that thought. I want black love. I once read this article, and it was saying how black women need to start dating outside of their race because it's not working. Like, it broke down all these statistics and all these things. And I did a poll on my Instagram story. Like, would you rather date down or date down within your race? So date down with a black man. So, let go of some of your non-negotiables, a man that makes less than you, a man that like, whatever your non-negotiables are, date down from those.
Let's stop there. All right. Number one, I always like to give credit to the content creators. So obviously I'm going to be linking back in the description of this video to the person that is having this conversation, regardless of whether I agree with them or not. But I always got a question when I see these conversations take place. And I get a little bit confused. I'm not going to lie. I get a little bit confused because the first thing that comes to my mind is, have we done some self reflection here? Or is it all everybody else's fault? Is it all black men's fault? And vice versa, right? I'm not just singularly having this conversation based off a black woman, but a black woman is the one that is having this conversation. So it's fair, I think, for us to say, do we have some self reflection? When I see guys come and they ask for coaching calls, or we have these conversations, or they want me to better understand a circumstance, and I dig deep into it, right? I had a conversation with a guy on a Monday night's panel on the end of the show, and I started asking questions, and I said, fam, I don't really know if the way that we value ourselves is the same way that society should be looking at us. And so I'm going to apply this to this situation, and I'm going to say, are we really doing a self-evaluation as to if A, either our standards are too high, or B, if we are overvaluing ourselves? And I say that because when she said the word date down, right? I was trying to make sense of it. I was trying to mine it out. And she said, should I date down or should I date outside my race? Now, let me preface this by saying, and I want to let her finish this video by saying that nobody is trying to prevent women from dating outside of their race. As a matter of fact, I would say that a lot of the guys that don't think these women meet the expectations that they have for themselves, they would gladly give the majority of these women over into other guys so that they can filter through the dating pool and find a person that's best for them. Nobody is ever tripping. But when I hear a woman say date down, I will tell you that 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you are a reflection of the people that you deal with. I mean, there's so many different ways to man this out. Where are you at? How many people do you align yourself with? Who is it that you pass up on that's probably your husband that you friend zone? Right? There's a lot of different questions and conversations to have. But before we get into it, Let's hear the rest of the video.
um, or date white. And a majority of black women said they would rather date down. And I'm like, what is the chokehold? I'm asking myself, what is the chokehold? Like, I myself would rather date down than date outside of my race. And it's just so frustrating.
Is that a desirability thing, or is that just like identity politics, prejudice type thing?
So frustrating. I wish I had more to say than that. I am very frustrated with dating at this point. And I get the girlies that are like, decenter men and focus on your relationship with God and focus on your friendships and da 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 da. And that's what my 20s has been all about. My friends, traveling, catching a fight, doing whatever I want to do, spending money willy-nilly. Like, that's what I do. Like, y'all not trying to come home to the same person every day? Y'all not trying to fold his laundry? Y'all not trying to cook dinner? Y'all not trying to go to Pilates after you make your kids lunch?
She seems like a nice person, right? I don't think that she's jumping off the bridge with her opinion, or that she's saying anything wildly crazy. I've heard 10 times worse, maybe even 100 times worse. But again, I think that is some self reflection. You don't get to pick when somebody else should be ready to date you. I will tell you that the best time, and I tell people all the time, that the best time for you to get married is when you are super young, because by the time that you think that you're ready and you overvalue yourself, or you value yourself in the eyes of the people that is choosing you, because men control access to marriage. They are the ones that then determine whether or not they want to get married or not. You can't bully them. And I think that the guys that these women think that they qualify for, respectfully, they really don't. They really don't. And the advice that I tell guys, because you don't even get to the apex of who you are as a man, even from an earning potential, from your earning potential until you in your late 50s, early 60s. And I'm not talking about physically, I'm just talking about, access and provision and greatness and championships and accolades. Men continue to exceed expectations, at least the great ones. They grow into greatness, and you don't even gain access until your late 50s, early 60s. So when you start to take that into consideration, and I'm telling guys, hey, listen, stop dating for love once you get past a certain era in your life to where a woman is not building with you and you are in a position to really do whatever you want when you want to do it, and you're just continuing to go up. Date for the man that you are to become, not necessarily the person that you like at that time. So sometimes these women don't qualify for the spaces that you're going to be in. And I hate to say it and I hate to break it to you, but a lot of these girls, and I'm not saying it to her in particular, but I'm just speaking to what she said. A lot of these women, they wait and they do what they want to do, and they slut it out and they have fun and they take flights and they do all of this stuff. And then when they're ready to settle down and have a kid, somebody is supposed to pull up and meet whatever expectation that they have, when men are the ones that choose who the wives are supposed to be. Maybe you vetting wrong. Maybe they overvalued themselves. And when you say date down, again, that would give the expectation that you better than them. Or maybe you think that you earn more than them, but you won't earn more than them in 5 to 10 years. But then where will you be? Will you still be dating? Is a man dating down because he earns more than you and then he chooses you? Or he, I hate to say it, settles for you? Is that a man dating down, or is that just the expectation of a man? I always ask this question, and I asked it on Monday night on the panel. And I said, what makes women, in a general sense, because there is no guarantee that a guy from another race is going to take you either. What makes men and women think that they qualify for certain calibers of men? Because all women believe that they earn, they deserve a good man. All of them do. What makes them think that they qualify for that level of guy? And what is dating down? Like, that mentality in itself shows the flaw, or it shows that a lot of people just aren't really ready to be in a marriage in the first place. I don't even believe in dating. I believe that you need to network around the people that's equally yoked and more closely aligned with your values, and then the person that's best for you get to see and observe you in your true state without having any desirability for you, and then you organically build a friendship and then a relationship, and then y'all wind up getting married. But the fact of the matter is, I just think that a lot of people are disillusioned. A lot of people, let alone women, women are really disillusioned. And then we have these cultural norms that we embrace a lot of times, and we don't even know, or we don't even realize that that is affecting the way that we view and look at life and present ourselves to the general public. And I think that it also, impacts who align yourself with when it comes to relationships. I think it's a great conversation to have. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Also, make sure you tap into the Patreon. We just did Stock Club. No, not Stock Club. Block Club today, and it was absolutely awesome. I did re-upload it for the people that missed it, so you can go through and check it out. And I did a breakdown of every single expense that it took me to actually do my first rental property build instead of buying them turnkey this time. You know what I'm saying? So it was awesome. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Let me know what y'all think about this.